Hey YouTube, I just wanted to make a quick video of my tool setup. And the reason why I wanted to create this is because I noticed that a lot of videos on YouTube don't really cover the unique situation of, working on a car while living in an apartment or condominium. It's kind of a pain in the butt to drag the tools all the way down. So I just wanted to go over my specific tool set that, solves that problem. So this is the Craftsman Versastack. One of the things that I like about it is how it's organized. So we have the quarter drive, 3/8, 1/2. And then on the left here is the SAE. And on the right is the metric. So as you can see, we have a ton of sockets here from 1/2 to 5/3. And then on the metric side, a 4th to 12 for the deep, and then we have 7/16 to 1/2, and what is this, 11 to 14. At the back here we also have screwdrivers. Let's see if I can get this out with one hand. Sorry, one sec here. So we have a ton of different bits that I use, well, not just working on cars, but just around the condominium. So let's go to 3/8 now. So with the 3/8, this is each of these ratchets are 72 tooth. I've had this for a while now, for the past couple of years, and I just really like it. I know that a lot of people don't like Craftsman, but for me personally, I haven't really had any issues, especially since there's a lifetime warranty. I will preface this that I'm completely DIY, so I'm just doing this in my free time. I don't want to spend a ton of money. My brother does HVAC, so he has a lot of different pack outs, and when I looked into that, it was just extremely expensive. So yeah, I keep this mechanics tool set at the bottom. So as you can see, I have a lot of extra pieces that I keep in the back. Let me see if I can get. So basically my setup is I'll buy a lot of just what I need. I kind of just buy things on an as-need basis, and the reason why I do that is because I don't want to spend like a ton of money on tools, and this way I know that every single thing that I have I've actually used. So let's see what else I have here. So I have the picks. I have swivels for all of these, and then a couple of the sockets and adapters that I've needed throughout the years. Let's see what else. One of the reasons why I love this set also is because growing up, I used my dad's tools a lot, and he always had a big just tool storage unit, kind of like how you see with people with garages, and it was just a ton of just sockets and wrenches everywhere, and it was always really difficult to find stuff. So having my own place now, I love organization and how much faster I am with it. For me personally, lived at my parents' house for a while, but now I saved up and bought a condo. So I was trying to see what people were doing with that. So this is kind of just me solving my own problem. I also keep a second stack of yellow T stacks, since they integrate together. And with the yellow one, I kind of, been working on my condo. So I renovated my kitchen, I did my living room, and I'm currently working on my half bathroom. So let me just show you how and maybe I'll make another video another time for my home improvement setup. One of the things I love about this set is the drawers can go at the bottom. So that was a big deal for me when I was putting something together. Sometimes it takes a bit. I have to pause the video. Oh, there we go. You can kind of hear it when it latches together. So it stacks on together like that. And I also have this on the T-stack trolley. It goes in like that, and I love it. I also have a storage unit in this building as well, where I keep, you know, my jack stands, smoke machine, wheel chucks, torque wrenches, stuff like that. Just not stuff I use every time. And then that's where this top bin comes in handy. I'll put in parts, everything that I need from down there, I'll put in here, and then I'll just wheel this out to the parking lot. I really don't do a ton of big jobs like suspension or brakes or anything like that, primarily because I have an HOA and they probably wouldn't like to see, you know, my car broken down in the parking lot. So I kind of just do my preventive maintenance this way. And then if I have a bigger job, I'll go back to my parents. And then, yeah, I also have the assistance of my dad, who knows a lot more than me, and same with my brother, who, you know, is a tradie, and he does a lot of like big jobs, like he does like transmissions and stuff. I have no clue how he taught himself how to do that. So I have the Versastack here at the bottom with all the additional sockets. And then here, second, I have the drawer unit. And then I have a little bit deeper, I don't even know what you call this, like a thin, like almost like a briefcase type. But it's a big deal to me to be able to access everything without taking stuff off. So, you know, I can access this. If I need to, I'll put it at the top. I know there's other systems. I think the Rigid also has a really good system. I built that out for my cousin. But the thing with the Rigid system is it was kind of bulky. So it's not ideal for, you know, if you live in a small place and you kind of need to store your tools in an effective way. And plus I don't need all that space. And this is already pre-organized for me, which I really like about the mechanics tool set. I know there's a lot of white space or just blank space here that's not being used. And a lot of people don't like that, but personally I like it because it kind of means I can kind of customize this in the future. And then I'm thinking about just adding more pieces here once I need them, but I haven't ran out of space yet. So in the second unit, drawer unit, it's a 2-drawer unit. I have breaker bars and my ratcheting wrenches here. I really love these things. Growing up, you know, this made my life so much easier. And so I immediately add it to the set. Probably not really necessary. Have a hacksaw. Kind of need that when changing my transmission fluid. I needed to like cut some tubing and stuff to get the fluid in there. Let's see what else here. I have, you know, a container for all the bolts and pieces, markers. What is this? Oh, this is to test ignition coils. NTCs. I thought I had a light here too. Okay, I have some trim tools. I have my magnetic to get things that are deep. When you drop things in the engine bay, unfortunately, which happens to me more often than I'd like, I have another for these removal trim tools, like for getting these things out. I forgot what they're called. But yeah, I have a whole set of these, primarily because I break them a lot. My car's super old. I have a Toyota, probably, that has almost 400,000 miles now. I have this for checking the brake pads. I'm not really the greatest at eyeballing things, so I kind of like to just go and check to make sure. This is the same thing, yeah. So typically, yeah, that's the one problem. Sometimes it gets... So typically what'll happen is I'll go out to my car and then I'll take this top one off, keep it to the side, and I'll work like that. And then sometimes I'll sit on here, which is kind of nice. So in this top box, I have a couple of the extras, sound bar, a light that attaches to this thing, which is pretty sweet. It attaches to the hood of your car, and then yeah, you just stick the light, and there's also 2 magnetic places, so you can have 2 of these. Yeah, it also helps if you're working inside the car too, because it'll stretch around if you have the windows open. I have some gloves here. I have this one that I initially bought as well, primarily if you're working like under the car. That's when I use this one the most. WD-40, if I'm worried about something breaking, like I'm trying to break a bolt off or something. Gloves, and then I think I have an extra bag here if you want to put like drinks in there. Let's see. I actually kind of forget what's in there. Oh yeah, just some more. What do you call these? Just pick removal tools. Set that to the side. Yeah, so just a quick video of what I have, and I also made a list of pros and cons, so I'll talk about that really quick. Let's go. So the total cost of this, this right here, the trolley, was about $100 to $200. I want to say it was like $150 with tax. This, you can always find a deal, the Versastack mechanics system. It's about $100. This was about 50. This was about 50. This one I don't remember. I'm guessing it was under 50 because I don't really remember it. My whole setup is just hand tools for right now, primarily because I work on a computer all day, and being able to fix my own place, it's kind of more therapy for me. So I don't mind like working with my hands, and it's kind of like how I grew up. And if I really do, I'll just go to my brother and ask him for a couple of his, Milwaukee electric ratchets, which are great. So I think I mentioned that, yeah, I'd kind of just buy tools as I need them. And I know a lot of people don't like Craftsman, but I think they're perfect for a DIY. They're pretty cheap, and I know I could just go to Ace Hardware super quick if I needed to get it replaced. Some of the pros is the organization, how I mentioned before. Each drive has its own drawer, SAE on the left, metric on the right, so I know exactly where to go as I need them. The shake test, so if I'm going on a trip, I'll bring them just mechanics tool set, and yeah, it does really good. So if you shake it, I have never had a socket, shake loose in here, and that honestly is real annoying when working with a bag, like when you just toss like a socket set in there and they're all just disheveled. Yeah, and I think let's see what else. Yeah, I'll just go to the cons now because I can't remember the last thing I was trying to think of. But personally, I wish the wrenches in here were ratcheting and had like the flex head. Another con is the socket set does have skips, so kind of like as I showed you, I kind of just bought things as I needed them, but I kind of also like that it doesn't take up the whole space, and I can add more stuff to it. Another con is this is the old Versastack system. I bought it probably like 3 or 4 years ago, and they haven't really come out with new stuff, but it kind of works for me just because I haven't really like needed anything new. Like they already came out with everything that I needed. So yeah, I mean, I'm not relying on them to come out with new stuff. I kind of just get them all right away since I already know exactly pretty much what I need. And then a major flaw, I would say, which is probably why they don't really design new of Versastacks anymore, is these latches are pretty weak. So if you kind of like look at it, it's made out of plastic, and you probably wouldn't want to put a lot of load on there. But it works okay with this trolley system because the weight is going straight down. If this was one of those boxes that you angle it and a lot of pressure was being pulled away or to the side, then it would be just at risk for breaking. However, you can get replacements of these latches, on Etsy. But I can kind of see like why they would want to push their other products with, better latcheting systems. And also they haven't come out with like anything customizable on the rails. However, you can buy those on Etsy, I've seen, which I thought about it. Yeah, let's see what else. Room for improvement. I wish they had like different tiers, like you could customize this on a website or something and then kind of choose what ratchets go in there, because then I would have chosen like the ratcheting wrenches as well as the ratcheting screwdrivers. One of the annoying things about this screwdriver bit is that sometimes I just wish it was wish it was ratcheting. However, the nice thing is that you can connect it to this ratchet right here, and yeah, which comes in really handy that it's also 90 degrees, especially like if I'm trying to take out a light fixture, I can just easily get under there and get to a screw. Oh. And the last thing I think that could be improved is I wish there was another built-in way to add more of these socket holders. I was thinking about just buying some from Harbor Freight and just like sticking them on here or something, but however, I do really like the labels, so I just wish it was a little bit more customizable. I mean, it's just plastic, you can 3D print this thing, so it'd be cool if you could kind of just customize it on a website and they'll print it for you. But that's about it. Maybe in the future I'll make another video of how I've been renovating my condo and that unique circumstance, but yeah, this is what I've been able to figure out. I haven't seen too many videos of other people, you know, solving this situation. I don't know if people typically work on their cars in a condo in Chicago, but yeah, this is my setup. Thanks.